Salaam Nerds is brought to you by halalshirts.com, where you can find fun novelty gifts for your Muslim friends. While you're at it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Yo, Salaam Nerds! It's your boy Neebz, aka Watch with Neebz, and I'm here with my co-host Jazz, aka Jazzy Gar.
Jazzy Gar, what?
Yes, because yeah, man, it's the Bollywood movie. You heard of the Bollywood movies, Bazigar?
Mm-hmm. Because
oh man,
if I recall correctly,
they dropped some references.
If I recall correctly, they may have dropped that in episode 1 of Miss Marvel.
Oh man, we're gonna get into that because that's gonna be super exciting, man. But before we start this show off, we should probably say mashallah, because we have a very handsome guest who, you know, like honestly, this guy just shows up with his beard and like girls are posting about it as thirst traps because they are in love with this guy. People were like, oh, is this the what's his name, Fahad Khan that everyone's talking about? Is this the like
he was the
like,
credits,
no. Yeah. They're like, no. That's Saagar. He's the new whatchamacallit face of Pakistan fame, right? So it's welcome, Saagar.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm the budget Fawad Khan.
Discount Fawad Khan. Hey, good enough, right?
Yeah.
I like that reference, the budget Fawad Khan. It's like the budget Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so cool. I thank you so much for doing this show. It really means a lot. I know I had to pull a bunch of favors because like I know a bunch of people that happen to know you. The Brown community is so small, and I cashed. It is. I cashed in every favor I know. Like I was like, yo, I gotta get this guy on the show.
I was like, wow, I'm hearing about this guy from everywhere right now. So let me just do it. You know, I want to put my brothers and sisters up front. You know, I want to make sure that you guys are getting the content that you need to continue growing yourself. You know.
Love you, bro.
Appreciate it, man. We got to celebrate Brown excellence. I love that. Speaking of brothers and sisters, I stayed with Adlan Samayo, but I think that's your brother-in-law?
Yeah.
I stayed with them in Arizona for a while, and they were telling me that, like, they just casually dropped it like it's no big deal. I was like, what? I was like, what? This is crazy.
It's funny because I feel like up until, like, the trailer dropped, a lot of people didn't know that this was going to be a live action thing. A lot of people were just like, oh, cool. Saagar's doing a voice on a cartoon or something like that, some animated show.
Yeah.
And then when the trailer dropped, people were like, oh, shit, wait, this is like a thing. This is a moment.
This is legit, man. I got like merchandise. It's like, it's legit, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
I got a chair. I got a chair back.
You got a chair back?
I don't have merchandise.
No way.
But I have a chair back.
Oh, that's so cool.
Nice.
Oh, with your name on it. I love it.
One. This is the original one, and like this is the reshoot one. Now I just gotta gotta get a chair to put it on.
Did you steal anything
man.
else from the set or no?
Because Iman told us she stole a bunch of stuff, man. That's a little thief right there.
You know, Iman had more access than everybody else. Who's gonna say no to her?
Right.
Yeah, I stole a couple of things.
Can you disclose it, or is it still?
Let's see. I stole like random merch from AvengerCon, shirts and hats, and I got this like some mugs. Oh, I took this Iron Man mug, and it just says like FE on it, like
nice. The chemical
symbol. The
for
chemical.
Iron,
yeah. What else?
That's so funny.
I took a bunch of things. I took a lot of the clothes that were in my trailer. I was just like, yo, this is mine now, you know?
Yo, the fit was good, man. The fit was good. They looked really good.
Yeah, it was fun. Mostly I took the comfort clothes that they left in my trailer, like the robe and like the Uggs that they left in there. Because it was like cold outside. I didn't take any of Aamir's clothes because I was like, I grew up with these, you know?
Right.
It's special to me as Uggs. I didn't grow up with those.
That's Uggs.
Uggs are special.
That's so funny. Well, one place you can't wear Uggs is the red carpet, and you guys got to go the red carpet, and I never seen so many brown Pakistani people in the red carpet, and it made my heart so full to see so many people from our background, man. It was amazing. How was that experience?
It was incredible. Okay, do you remember when there was like the Muslim protest, like the Muslim ban protest at
2017.
Yes.
Every airport, it was pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to that, and like I just saw how many people were out there to like stand up for us and support us, and like, it brought me to tears at the protest. I remember like walking, and I'm like crying because I'm so happy all these people are here to like stand by us. And I remember feeling that same feeling when I was at the premiere. And I was crying over there too. I was like, all of these people are here for us, you know, because this is a moment. This is a moment. I mean, this is definitely a much more positive moment than the Muslim ban protest.
Of course,
but
of course.
Like, you know, it was just like they're here for it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. It was a cool experience to see all that. And I believe your wife made the headlines too. She was the first Pakistani person to ever wear a Pakistani designer on the red carpet. Shout out to her.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's incredible.
She made waves, man. Like,
yeah, there were a bunch of articles.
I know that, like, she's more famous than I am now.
Of course.
You know. Yeah, a lot of Pakistani publications were like posting her photos because she got her clothes from Sana Safina's.
Yes.
Yep.
And yeah, they really milked it. They really posted all those pictures that were taken of her.
Listen. Behind every successful, well-made Pakistani man, there is a woman who puts so much work into that.
It's true.
Truer words have not been spoken.
People want to know, was that beard real? And it was 100% real, wasn't it?
It was. I started.
Yeah.
I hadn't shaved. I mean, I still technically haven't shaved since
right.
January 18th, 2014 was the last time I
Okay,
shaved.
Wow.
Yeah. And
why do you remember that?
Because I was one of those guys that took a picture, a selfie every day.
Okay.
So,
I was like, there's no way how I remember that. Like, how do you remember that?
I'm also just really
That's
good.
so funny.
I'm really good with dates. Like, I'm really good with like
numbers. Nice.
Numbers just like make sense. Yeah, and so I had that beard for a really long time. I got a lot of work with it, like in commercials, and you know, I got a lot of terrorist auditions that I had to turn down because it wasn't for that, you know. So I got a lot of hipster roles in like TV commercials for years, and then I got this, and I feel like now I need to do something different. It's like it was a part of me, but I don't want to be defined by it. And and you know, I loved it, and people are going to be mad that I'm about to say this, but I feel like it served its purpose. And
oh no, R.I.P. R.I.P.
Who knows? You know.
Well, listen. I think you need to start regrowing it because we're going to campaign like crazy for a season 2 because
season 2
we need Aamir back,
bro. 6 seasons in a movie, like
inshallah.
Yes,
inshallah.
Hell yeah.
That's a community
dude.
reference.
It is, yeah. We have a fan.
Yeah,
I love it.
Well, speaking of other roles, you did a small role with your co-host called Unfair and Ugly. And what are the chances that you two would be together again on in the same exact like type of role?
Yeah, it's really funny because we did a web series together a few years ago that we don't talk about anymore, you know. We've moved on from that, but you know, Trevina and I, we knew each other before that from the UCB community, Upright Citizens Brigade. We did like improv and sketch together, and then we both got cast in this job, this web series in like 2017, I think. Yeah, and yeah, like we just became really good friends after that. Me, her, and Gosser, who plays my sister in that web series. And, cut to like 3.5 years later, you know, I get this job. You know, I'm going through the audition process, and I get offered this job, and then literally like a week after that, I see a breakdown online, just like on Twitter, that they're casting for this role in this show, and I know because I just got offered this job, and I'm not allowed to tell anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
So I know because I read the comics that like Aamir's like fiance is Taisha. She's a black woman. She's a convert. If they're looking for this role, you know, I got to tell Trevina. It's like, it's my duty as like, you know, someone who is like, I like to think I'm for the people, and like, and like, you know, who better than my good friend who is a black Muslim woman convert or revert.
Absolutely.
And so like I call her and I'm like, hey Trevina, I heard that there's this role going around, and I want to say the code name for her role was like Sierra or something. And I was like, you know, there's this character for this show that I heard about. They're not really saying what the show is, but I think it's Miss Marvel, and they're casting for a black Muslim like convert role.
Right.
And I was like, I think you should go out for it. And she's like, Saagar, I just got this audition in my inbox like 1 minute ago. How did you hear about it so fast or whatever? And
wow.
I was like, yeah, you know, I just saw it online or whatever. And then like she's like reading for the role, and then I was like, dude, I want her to get this so badly, you know. So then I call her up again. Oh no, we send I think we sent like voice notes or a call. I don't remember what it was. But I was like, hey, I'm gonna be reading with you in your audition. I just want you to know. So she auditioned, and they called her back, and they wanted her to screen test. And I was like, I can't tell you anything, but they want me to read against you. Like they want you to do a chemistry read, and they want you to test with me. So I'll be the other person. There's going to be, you know, the directors, the producers, the casting directors, and then there's going to be me. And I couldn't tell her that I got the job yet, but I think she understood from that moment.
Yeah. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
Conspiring.
But
to
did they
help your
know?
friends?
Did they know you guys previously worked together, or you guys knew each other when you guys were? You told me.
Oh.
Before she got on the call, I was like, hey, I just want to let you guys know that I've worked with Trevina before. She is this role. Like, she is this person. So I did like a couple of screen tests with other people, and you know, I just made sure I had better chemistry with Trevina than everybody else. I'm sorry for those women that are going to watch this or listen to this.
Listen, but like honestly, even if you didn't, she would have gotten that role anyway because she is so perfect for that role.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much authenticity. The three people who are probably literally ripped out of the comics are Kamala herself, Aamir, and Taisha. Like you it can't be any more perfect than you three. Manivanti too, she's pretty good, but I think these three are the top.
The casting has been flawless all around. Like
it's so good, man. I'm really, really excited to see what's in store for Aamir and Taisha. I know you guys got there's wedding bells and happening, so we'll see, man. I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty cool.
So you conspired to make that happen, man. That's amazing. For lack of a better word, like.
I was, you know, I got to do it for my peeps. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what's really cool? I love the fact that there's like a camaraderie with all of the Muslim people on the show. Because when we went to, I got to interview Iman at the red carpet, and
the one in New York.
She talked up, and she talked in New York, in the New York one, and she said stuff like Sana would read Ayatul Kursi and blow on her, and people would say mashallah and alhamdulillah every time. They read with du'as before sending out like the final edit. Like, is that true? Is that like stuff that you guys would do on set?
Yeah. It was very it's very normal, you know.
I love it.
That's so cool.
I wasn't there for day zero of shooting, which is actually day one, but it's the real day one, and they call it day zero. I worked on day one, but I didn't work on day zero. But Adil and Bilal, the directors of episode 1, before anybody started doing any work, they made everybody, cast and crew, huddle up, and they recited the Ayatul Kursi before doing.
Oh my
That's
God.
amazing.
Anything. Yeah.
I love that. That is so. I mean, and I love the fact that you have this young girl, Iman, who isn't that close to her culture, and she gets to experience this amazing journey with all of these Muslim people and be in such a safe environment and such a cultural environment. Like, that's so big for a young girl to grow up seeing that. Like, I think that's gonna go a long way. That's gonna define her as a person, and everybody on that team should be very proud of that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, Iman, she's grown a lot in the past, like, what, year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah.
I've just, like, watched her grow up, and I feel like I'm so proud of her, and, you know, she's doing great.
Yeah, well,
That's awesome, man.
Speaking of, like, Iman growing up and experiencing all this on set, how did you feel, and what kind of growth did you have through all of this?
Like, it's, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, right? I've been, I started, July 26, 2010 is when I decided I wanted to, start acting. And, you know, I've gone through my phases of, like, fuck, what have I done? I should go home. You know, like, my parents would call me and be like, Saagar, khara jao, abhi tak time hai. You know, you can get a normal job, make 60 grand a year, buy a house, whatever. And I'm just like, that's not the life I want to live. That's so boring to me. So I've gone through my phases of, like, being jaded and then being inspired and then being shit on again. And, you know, it took 10 years and 1 day, July 27, 2020, to get this audition. 10 years and 1 day, exactly.
SubhanAllah.
SubhanAllah. Yeah, alhamdulillah, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I get to set and when I worked on this job, I feel like it's so much easier to do the job than it is to get the job. You know, it's so much harder to audition than it is to work on a blockbuster film as an actor.
Yeah.
The industry puts so much pressure on its actors that don't work, that don't make money. And I feel like you get less pressure doing the job and then going through, like, the press junket and going through everything. You have help every step of the way when you're doing the job, but you don't have any help before you get the job. And
that's so true.
I learned that, like, you know, nothing fucking matters, man. You know.
Oh yes.
Like, you could be good, and never be seen. And you could be brand new. You could be good and have been around for 10 years and never be seen, and then you could be brand new and just have a twinkle in your eye, and you can be perfect for this role, and it'll just be yours. Nothing matters. You can try as hard as you want. I don't recommend quitting and, you know, and then it just waiting for it to come to you. I will always recommend constantly working hard for it. And but as much, like, 9 out of the 10 years basically are never going to matter. It's just a part of my growth. And I don't know. What have I learned? Sometimes preparation doesn't matter because sometimes things just fall into your lap in the weirdest time of the world, like during COVID where nobody is working. You know,
that is true.
Sometimes
true.
You could do 3 auditions, a screen test, a producer session, whatever, all of that, and not get the job. Other times you send in 1 self-tape, and that's all it takes. You know?
That's wild. It's a crapshoot, man. I don't know. Like, honestly, like, I tell Jazz the same thing. Like, I always expect to fail as a podcast, but somehow we still manage to get, like, really good interviews and get, like,
has
go
imposter
viral
syndrome.
Every now and then. I have crazy imposter syndrome. So, like, one of my things is, like, it's a crapshoot, man.
Believe me, I really think people are going to watch episode 2, episode 3, and, like, the rest of the episodes, and then people are going to hear this interview or other press stuff and be like, "Yo, that dude's a fraud. He doesn't know what."
No, you're the real deal, man. You're the real deal. You're not like one of those mosque bros. No, man. I love that scene where they go into the mosque and like this is one of the first times that like all of America is being introduced to some of these concepts, you know, and I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah,
the little clicks,
masjid archetypes.
Yeah,
masjid archetypes. I thought that was really cool. But I love Aamir. Like he's just such a stand-up guy, you know, like the way he took care of his sister and like he's so religious.
Chai that night, I was like,
yeah, brought her chai. Like it was amazing. Like it's really cool what they did with the character. And honestly, I think like this is one of the few times where I like the character in the show adaptation better than the comic. I feel like in the comic he was a little too stringent, and like the way and I think it's probably because you only have 6 episodes, so you can't like stretch it out as much, right? But like I love the dynamic between Kamala calling her Tiny K. Like it's so cute. I love that like interaction between you guys. So what do you like most about like Aamir? Like what's your favorite thing about him?
Amir's a really easygoing guy. You know, like he believes in what he believes is right, and and he doesn't like push it onto anybody else. But you know, he lets people live the way they want to live. He just wants to be a support system for them. He's a lot like my older brother, you know. So I took a lot of how would my older brother react to this? What would he do in this case? And I just kind of use that to kind of give Aamir a personality, you know, because I mean, you know, in what I read of the comics, which was like the first 20 episodes, he's more of just feels like more of a lazy chaperone sometimes to Kamala. And I kind of wanted to get away from him being lazy, even though in the show he doesn't have a job, he doesn't know how to drive. But I like to think I like to think Aamir has some more aspiration. Yeah.
Like he's a little aloof, but he's still like, you know, got his head on right. I really like the fact that
his aloofness.
Yes. It's, you know what it is? It's very Bollywood, like Pakistani drama-ish. Because like when he has an interaction with Kamran and he switches the accent and he completely falls for it, that's like peak like Bollywood. That's like a Govinda scene. That's like a Govinda scene from back in the day, or like a Pakistani serial or drama. Like it reminded me like that kind of humor. Like, that's our humor. And I thought that was so funny. Like, that's us. It's so good. I love the way they added that in there.
Yeah, that was great.
See, man. No, with that Haram.com, was that ad-lib? Or did you, was that scripted? Because I cannot. That was nuts. Oh my God.
No. I love that.
They just said, in like, I remember you, man. I think I remember you, man. And that was it. And that was like, it was kind of like,
oh, just cut off.
And then it was like, all right. And then it was like, have fun, guys. And so Mira was the director for that episode. And I loved that. How much she let me play. You know.
Yeah.
I think she was the only director of the whole show that like really trusted me to just like, hey man, do whatever you want. She knows like I'm an improviser. And, you know, I like will find the jokes of the scene and like do them. I'll deliver them. So I did a series of that scene, 4 different takes, 4 different jokes each time. And
wait, do you remember the other jokes?
I only remember one.
Okay.
I said the first one was like, I think I remember you, man. You were the guy that always had a plate full of kebabs, right? We called you Kebab Ron. and I don't remember the other one. I did 2 more, and like I've been trying to remember them for so long. And I'm sure if I asked Sana, you know, she'd be able to pull up something like the clips,
the tapes, something. Yeah.
But they were all like good. And all 4 of them, I could just like we're shooting it, and I can hear people in Video Village like break out and start laughing, and then come back and get us. And I'm really glad they used Haram.Kamran, because that was the last one I did. That got the biggest laugh back there. That made Iman and Rish break, and Trevina break character. And that was my absolute favorite one.
That's so fun. I feel bad for anybody named Kamran, because I swear to God, that is a name I'm going to call them from now on.
All my friends named Kamran last night. I was like, Haram.Kamran.
Oh my God.
But that's no, Kababran. Let's go.
That's so cool. I also like the fact that, they mentioned a lot of Bollywood in this episode.
Yeah.
And are you a Bollywood fan? Because someone told me you are a big Bollywood fan. I don't know if that's true.
I'm a big Bollywood fan. I actually, before I had this job, I used to have a podcast called Bollywood Boys. And we had like 60 episodes, yeah.
No way.
Okay, everybody go through the archives. We're going to find this.
It's like all on SoundCloud and like iTunes, I think. But we still get like, we haven't released an episode of Bollywood Boys since October 2020, and I think we still get like 80-something listens per day.
Wow.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's
Look
not
at
a lot,
that.
but it's still like pretty good for something we haven't touched in a year and a half.
Bro, you're on our
That's
level.
crazy.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. No, man, that's pretty awesome, man. I love that.
It was fun. Our last guest was Hasman Haj.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
he shut you guys down. He got you canceled. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I mean, there was no growth after that. We like reached.
Oh my God.
The pinnacle.
I gotta tell you about the jokes that Hassan Minhaj was telling at the screening in New York, because everybody at Disney was like sweating bullets, because it was a special for like the Pillar Fund, so it was like AAPI month, and he was like, "Yeah, we should get like Scarlett Johansson here," and he just like started making these Asian jokes about Scarlett Johansson. It was so funny, and like everybody at Disney was like, none of them were laughing. They were not happy.
That's
so hilarious. I could see Hassan. It was so awkward, and I loved it. Hassan is crazy.
Like Scarlett Johansson.
He's got the biggest balls ever, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. He goes after Saudi Arabia. Like, who does that?
He's banned. Man can never go to Hajj.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's got to take all his sins with him. He can't go to...
Literally, they're like, oh, you know what? We're banning you from Saudi, and because we're banning you from Saudi, you'll never go to heaven, man. You'll never be able to complete one of your 5 pillars. But I think he's exempt because...
He's exempt at that point.
Right,
like, if your life is in danger, you're exempt.
My man is doing good work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. They try to like halal block him. Like that's crazy.
I know, right?
That's wild. That's so insane. Oh, so going back to Bollywood, like, what are some of your favorite Bollywood movies?
All right, I mean, classic, all the classic Shah Rukh Khan movies, DDLJ, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai,
Hell yeah.
But one of my all-time favorite movies is Andaz Apne Andar.
Really?
All time. One of my all-time favorite
movies. You are a fan.
Good pick. I love that everyone on the show is like such a Bollywood fan, because like Iman has some good picks too. I think it was like 3 Idiots and Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara are her 2 favorites, and those are 2 of my favorites, which are awesome. And everyone's got like good taste.
We had a Bollywood night once, and it was
really?
It was me, Iman, Rish, Matt, Sana. I think another one of the producers. Yeah, and I think that was it. And we watched DDLJ. And all the kids, like Iman, Rish, and Matt, were shitting on it so bad. And I was so upset. I was driving everybody back, right? Because we all lived in the same apartment complex. And I was just like, and Wajia was there. And I was just like silent the whole time, just like,
like an uncle.
I don't want to talk to you guys right now. You guys shit on one of my favorite movies. This is a fucking classic. You guys don't even know. You guys weren't even born when this came out.
Right.
I was so mad.
All right. In their defense, there are parts of that movie that have not aged well.
Yes. I agree. I completely agree. Like, a lot of it, right? Just he's a creep, right?
Yeah.
Straight up.
But he would have gotten Me Too so quick.
For sure, yeah. But it's classic SRK,
It's
man.
It gets a pass, man. It gets a pass. It's just classic.
I don't care what anybody says. It's a good movie.
It's a different
It is a
area.
good movie.
I mean,
If you don't cry at Ja Simran Ja, you have
bro.
Yo, I do a bunch of TikToks, right? So like that's what I'm really known for. So I made a TikTok. You know how in Spider-Man they have that reaction when like Andrew Garfield catches MJ in the new movie, right?
Yeah.
And the crowd goes crazy. So I took the scene where he goes like Ja Simran Ja and added the crowd reaction from Spider-Man into that scene, and it went viral. It was so crazy.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, no, that's really good, man. I love all the Shah Rukh Khan references, but like Bazigar is one reference they made, and it's really funny how in Bazigar, the protagonist is a bad guy pretending to be a good guy, and I'm like, it's funny that that's Kamran's favorite movie. I wonder why.
It's a good movie.
Oh my god, that
It's a
reaction.
good movie.
Y'all can't see his face, but I see something there.
I didn't do anything. I'm an actor. I have no emotions.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Oh yeah, that's good. You know, I interviewed Sana at the same red carpet, and I told her I had a theory about the new symbol, and I was like, "Do you want to hear it?" The first thing she goes is, "No," because if you're right, my face is gonna give it away. I was like, "All right, fine."
She's Beyonce, dude. Sana is our Beyonce.
Yeah. I love that. Sana's our Beyonce.
Yo, Beyonce. The
What does
reason
that
I'm
mean?
curious about that because I heard you're actually from my town.
Yeah, I am. I'm from Ailey. I'm from Houston.
Oh snap! You're from the SWATs.
Yeah, SWAT, dude.
Well, speaking of where you're from, Aamir is from New Jersey, which is where I'm from, and we love Bon Jovi. And oh my God, the Bon Jovi reference, yo. I lost my shit when they mentioned Bon Jovi. I was like, yes, slippery when wet. You give love a bad name. I was like, yes, they're bringing out the classic.
Yeah.
It was, oh my God. Like, is this Sana? It's got to be Sana who's making all these Jersey references. They're so on point. Like, they're so good. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know who's who is like specifically wanting those references in there. It could be Sana. It's probably Sana's influence, but like, you know, she's a part of the writing process. But there are a bunch of writers for the show, and they all like have their own little Easter eggs in here, and you know, everybody's got
Some of them got to be from Jersey. They got to be from Jersey because they're so good.
Yeah.
Even the production team, like you can tell it's not really Jersey City, but I feel like there was a really solid effort to make it look like Jersey City, like the wall art and everything. It was really, really good.
Yeah, I've never been to Jersey City. So I don't know.
If you ever want to come, hey, open invite. If you ever want to come here,
Bruh, all I'm hearing is we gotta do a Jersey trip now.
Yeah, let's do
yeah,
it.
guys, come up, man. Come up to Jersey, man. I will give you the real, Miss Marvel tour.
Yeah. Take me to
What's the
the,
name? I'll take you to the real mosque. I'll take you to everything, man. It's
yeah,
awesome.
take me to the gyro guy.
Gyro guy. Yeah, yo, Halal guy does charge extra for a sauce, man.
They do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's garbage.
No.
See, man, Azur Usman. You guys know Azur Usman?
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know him.
He's the halal guy.
Yeah.
He played the halal guy in the thing.
He's a
I don't know
producer.
of
He's a
him.
writer and producer for Rami.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Neat.
Yeah. Also, the Molvi is like the uncle from Rami.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Sheikh Abdullah. He's
Sheikh Abdullah,
up
yeah.
on the scene.
Yeah. Two different roles, man. Two completely different roles.
That's how you know that Late Nuckley is a fantastic actor.
Yes.
He can do both.
He can do both. two sides of the halal haram spectrum. Right there. I love that, man. Yo, anyways, man, I don't want to take up more of your time. Thank you so much. We could talk to you forever, but I know you got to go. I know you got things coming up, man.
Thank you, man.
But listen, man. God bless you. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
thank you for making all brown men look good by just like by
I'm doing my
osmosis.
best. I got my insecurities too. So, you know.
Yo,
Bro.
like, I've tagged you in a bunch of thirst traps that people have made about you. Go check your TikTok.
I actually did see that meow meow one.
Yes.
That was really
Yes.
funny. That was really funny.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man, we're gonna have to like wake up some of these women with some Zum water because they're gonna faint when they see you.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, but now now Rish is in the picture. All eyes.
Oh yeah, man.
All eyes on
Rish.
All eyes on.
But you know what? You know what? I think there's two different crowds, man. Rish is too young for a lot of some of the ladies there. So I think you two are in different like different spectrums, man. I think the women that I know are more into like you.
I don't know. Tell them I'm married.
That's true.
Let's see how quickly they flip.
No, that's the best part because they see you and they see a Pakistani guy, and then they find out you're married. Then they're depressed, and then here I come, and I'm like, "Hey, you want a budget Saagar? I got you. Let me just grow my beard out a little bit."
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Got to get your overflow, man. That's how it works.
The trickle down marriage proposal.
Oh my God.
Trickle down economics. Oh man. All right, man. We don't want to take up too much of your time, but thank you so much for joining us. It was so much fun. If you ever want to come back, you got anything to promote, let us know. We would love to have you. This was a pleasure.
Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. This is so fun.
Yeah, man. All right, man. And until next time, guys. Salaam, nerds.
Salaam, nerds.